Hi everyone, I'm at the Tabard Theatre in San Jose meeting with Rajiv Nima. He's one of the board of directors for Naatak. The play Tughlaq, staged by Naatak Company, is being put on here in this very intimate theatre. And I have here with me Rajiv Nima, one of the key characters in Tughlaq. Hi Rajiv, welcome to Sitaarre.
Hi, I'm so glad. Thank you for coming here.
Sure. Tell me about this play specifically.
So Tughlaq is one of the most, arguably, you have to always put that word, most popular play to come out of India. Okay. It was written in 1964 by Girish Karnad. In 1964 he was not famous, but today most of the people in the entertainment industry know him, and it is primarily because of Tughlaq, and after that he has just done a lot of fantastic things. So Tughlaq, me as an actor, it is great because I hated history when I was growing up, and most of Indian kids hate history.
Yes.
And from my perspective, we hate it because the way it was taught. Without examples, you just had to memorize which year, which Mughal emperor was the king and all that. But the thing which most of the people remember about Tughlaq was that was the crazy guy who moved his capital all the way from Delhi to Daulatabad, which was in south somewhere in Andhra Pradesh area. And this was the guy who stopped making gold coins and moved to silver coins, and then one day from silver coins to copper, and copper to leather coins. And his whole thing was because the goldsmith in that era started saying, we are the real king, the king Tughlaq, he's nothing because we have all the power. And Tughlaq said, I'll get back to you, I'll issue leather coins because they have no value, but the real value is because it has the stamp of the sultan or a stamp of the king. So the guy is, people say he was crazy, as well as he was very benevolent. He gave a lot of money away to poor, he helped out. So you will see, so that is what Tughlaq is. Perfect for a drama character, a theatre character. So that's what you're going to see tonight.
तुगलक आखिर कौन थे? क्या वो मुगल बादशाह थे या फिर ऐसे अक्लमंद सुल्तान थे जो कि अपने वक्त से कहीं आगे थे? तो आइए देखते हैं इस दिलचस्प शहंशाह की जिंदगी के कुछ दिलचस्प वाक़ये गिरीश कर्नाड द्वारा लिखित।
खामोश हो जाए, हाकिम अदालत काज़ी मुल्क के बरक फैसले को सुनने के लिए तैयार हो जाए। गांव शिकनार के फरियादी बेरहमन बिस्नु प्रसाद की दरख्वास्त पर के सुल्तान के हाकिमों ने हमारी जो जमीन जब्त कर ली थी उसके असली मालिक हम हैं, इसलिए वह जमीन हमें वापस कर दी जाए। हाकिम अदालत काज़ी मुल्क ने बेरहमन के हक में अपना फैसला सुना दिया है। खामोश! हाकिम अदालत ने फरमाया है कि बेरहमन की दरख्वास्त बिल्कुल जायज है, इसलिए सुल्तान वह जुर्माना व जमीन बेरहमन को वापस कर दे।
हमारी अजीज राय, हाकिम अदालत काज़ी मुल्क का फैसला आपने सुना। हमारे चंद कारिंदों की वजह से एक बेरहमन के साथ जो जुल्म हुआ आपने देखा, हमने उस जुर्म का इकबाल कर इंसाफ पसंदी और हक का रास्ता इख्तियार किया। इस पाक लम्हे को गवाह रखकर हम चंद अल्फाज तवारीख के पन्नों पर दर्ज कराना चाहते हैं। हमेशा से हमारी ख्वाहिश रही है कि हमारी सल्तनत में सबके साथ एक जैसा सलूक हो, खुशियां, शादमानी और हर शख्स को हक और इंसाफ हासिल हो।
तो क्या करेंगे? अरे जहां भी हो भीड़ भड़का हाजिर है जी। दोनों चक्का देख लो, आज की गाड़ी कमाई।
यानी साहब दादे की बचपने की आदत अभी छूटी रही।
आदत नहीं उस्ताद, पेशा का पेशा। इतनी रकम उड़ाई है, मजा ले किसी को शक भी हुआ। खैर, मैं तो रहा बटमार का बटमारी। तुम बता, तुम्हारा क्या शक्ल चल लिया है? मामला तो बहुत गहरा लगता है। खेड़े का धोबी दिल्ली में मेरा
मुझे कहना मत, नहीं कहूंगा, लेकिन साझेदारी करनी होगी। है, मेरे तुम्हारी कपट कहानी की बयानी हो जाए। चंद रोज हुए, मैं करीब के गांव पे मैले कचरे कपड़े बटोरने गया। वहीं चोरे की आवाज से मेरे कान खुले हो, शाही ऐलान हो रहा था, जिसमें अदली असराबी जैसे पहुंचे हुए आलम भी नाकाम साबित हुए थे। अब मुझे वह हल मिल गया, और किस कदर आसान।
बेकार की बात मत कर, मैं यहाँ शतरंज खेलने नहीं आई। इनकी गरज है तो बुलवा लो अपने शतरंजी दोस्त ऐनुल मुल्क को, उसे बताओ अपना।
अम्मी, मेरा शतरंजी दोस्त ऐनुल मुल्क दिल्ली की तरफ मैं फौज रवाना हो चुका।
क्या?
Rajiv, tell me about some of the challenges that the whole team, the entire team of Naatak faced.
So Tughlaq is, like I mentioned, it was done in 1964. It is one of the most popular plays. So it was on our radar ever since we formed the group, pretty much, because every theatre group has to do Tughlaq when they have arrived or when they have achieved. But it's very complex. It is set in 14th century. So the props, the look, the costume, the language. So all of that is very, very challenging. So you as a theatre group, if you're a newcomer or establishing yourself, you have to come to a level of confidence that yes, you can put together something like that. And then like things like we have not hired, but it's a non-profit group and it's all volunteer based. So we got experts who are on Urdu, experts who are on history, who could educate us as actors also. So it gives that perspective of how things were in 13th century or 14th century, and that's how we came out. So those are some of the challenges, and I'm sure you will talk to director and producer, and they had their own challenges.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this and also seeing some of the perspectives of the younger crowd here. I know I can see a couple of 10-year-olds here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it from that perspective. I hope it'll be educational. So thank you so much.
It's one of the things of doing Indian plays in America. It's educational for me. Yes. First thing is but for the next generation also. I talk about this as I'm rehearsing to my kids who are growing up here, and then some of the audience, who have never been introduced to Indian history. It's perfect. And then we have started doing things like English super titling on the two sides of the stage.
Hi Amit, can you tell me about your role in Tughlaq?
Well, thank you. I'm playing Aziz. He's a very street smart character, and he's got big ambitions. He's sort of an imposter, and he thinks big. He's sort of, and if you saw in the beginning of the scene, he kind of changes his character, and he's got a sidekick called Azam.
Yes.
And Azam is this petty thief who always relies on doing small things. And Aziz is this big thinker, and he believes that he can do anything. He wants to be Sultan. He wants to be a Sardar, and you get that. So he's one of those characters that actually his story sort of parallel, and the analogy behind that is he sees himself in the Sultan. And Sultan, he's sort of his biggest fan, and he kind of emulates his acts around what Sultan does and how he breaks the Sultan system. So that's what the story is about, and then in the end there's a confrontation, and I won't say what happens, but that's where he ends up.
I just removed my beard. If you were in the hall when you saw, mine was the beard coming down to my... Yeah.
Can you say something in your character role?
Yeah, this is an imam, as you probably know, is a senior Muslim cleric, equivalent perhaps to a bishop in the Christian hierarchy. And he is a man who has been terribly outraged by the reverence and disrespect and total disregard that Sultan has shown towards the clergy. And he is terribly against the various decisions taken. And as you probably saw in the play, he plays a crucial role in bringing together the people who formed the conspiracy to kill the Sultan. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yes, it did.